please?
And I'll kind of
Here.
Kevin work that out together.
Here. Here.
Do you have any conflict of interest statements?
Yeah, and I don't even
No.
know the history of it. They just so okay. I'm not.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting of August 23rd, 2018.
I would motion to approve the minutes for August 23rd.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item A, bid opening for the demolition of 1329 170th Street, 818 Bauer Street, 5603 Calumet Avenue, 6241 Calumet Avenue, 242 Doty Street, 18 Elizabeth Street, 1114 Eaton Street, house and garage, 6412 Euclid Avenue, 7601 Golfway Court, 7620 Golfway Court, 411 Homan Street, 2 buildings, 4735 Hoban Avenue, 6020 Homan Avenue, 7550 Linden Avenue, 506 Locust Street, shed, 1317 Michigan Street, 7150 Oakdale Avenue Garage, 4938 Pine Avenue, 2 parcels, 6145 Ray Avenue, 2123 Sherman Street, 19 Waltham Street, 46 through 48 William Street, and 7030 Woodlawn Avenue Garage. And we have 3 bids today. The first is from Acton Contracting, East Chicago, Indiana.
Shed on property, what that means.
It says that one's a shed only. Seems odd, but. And they have their Form 96. This one has all of them.
I thought you said we needed just 3, right, Lynn?
Not included.
The bid bond. Bid bond, huh? And their non-collusion affidavit.
Right.
And it looks as though they've bid all of the property except for 506 Locust Street, which was a shed only, noting that there is no shed on property. One that was removed, and 7030 Woodlawn Avenue Garage, noting that there's no garage on property, and their total bid price is $283,640. The next is from RSR Demolition, Dyer, Indiana. And they have their Form 6, or Form 96, excuse me, and their non-collusion affidavit. And they have bid all the properties, and their total bid price is $302,546. And the final bid is from JM Industrial from Hammond, Indiana. And they have their Form 96. And their non-collusion affidavit. And it appears they have bid all of the properties except for the 506 Locust Street, which is no bid, was previously noted not to have a shed, and the 2123 Sherman Street, no bid. And their total for the remaining parcels is $231,050. Do I have a motion to send these to the Inspections Department for tabulation and recommendation?
So moved.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item B, correspondence received from Hassey Construction Company requesting permission to use the South southernmost eastbound lane of 173rd Street to access and exit the project site at the Hammond YMCA, 7322 Southeastern Avenue.
There's no,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's no other way to get in. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It looks as though that they're going to provide construction entrances and exits and some controls in place, as well as some signs directing the construction traffic around that area. Okay.
Okay. Motion to approve Hassey's request.
My second.
Chris would like to move up F and G, because she has to leave.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are going to skip to item F on the agenda, a status hearing on property located at 242 Doty Street.
I saw Attorney Molina, there he is. I saw Attorney Molina here. Do you have nothing
Good
to-
morning, Chris.
Sorry,
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Just if the board will recall, this is the property that, on the outside, it looked pretty good. The only issue is it appeared to be sitting on a sinkhole. The owners then went and fixed it up, however, they didn't pull any permits, and there was supposed to be an engineer's report to determine if they fixed it up properly, or if they just used Legos or lock blocks or something like that. That might cause a problem later on. I really don't want to enter the demolition order. We're still waiting on the engineer's report.
Yes, and at this point, my client had some difficulty getting somebody in an appointment set up for 2 weeks ago, and because of staffing issues, the company canceled on them. They have rescheduled for October 8th, and we're hoping everything will be fine, but kind of in a bind on the time, I understand that.
We could continue this till,
Till- How long until they get the report after they get out there?
you want to go into November? Are you okay
Yeah.
setting a date in November?
Yeah, that would be fine, because
Could we maybe set a date in November?
Let's do early,
Like the 8th or something? The 8th.
8th.
8th, how about the 8th?
that'll work fine.
All right, we'll set 242 Doty over for status on November the 8th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I have a second?
I second, sorry.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G, demolition hearing on property located at 4938 Pine Avenue.
All right, just by way of some explanation, this is a property that was originally part of our July 19th demolitions. We set it over at the request of Attorney Kovachkov, who represented the owner. Then we set it over again to today. Last week, the owner sold it to Mr. Soto. Mr. Soto, are these the photographs of the property?
Yes,
Okay. And there's still a big hole in the roof. Is this an occupied structure, Mr. Soto? Is this an occupied structure? Is there somebody living there?
no, nobody there.
What happened to the tenants that were there?
I don't know. We will remove everything.
Okay.
He got the idea what I will do.
All right, there's an additional issue where there are actually two lots for this address. There is lot 17 and lot 18. Mr. Soto only owns the one lot that has the house on it, which is a 25-foot lot. I did speak to Brian Poland in zoning, and depending on what his uses are, he's going to have to acquire the second lot. He's showing Kelly some pictures here. If he does anything to change the use or do any expansion, he's going to have to purchase that second lot because he only has a 25-foot lot, which is not buildable in Hammond. And as the property is vacant, as he says, any previous use will expire. And
So the prior owner owned both
Nope.
lots?
both lots went up on tax sale. This is one property address, 4938. And there's lot 17 and lot 18. They both went up on tax sale, and two different people bought the lots, each thinking they got the house. So he only owns the house lot, which is 25 foot. Somebody else owns the lot with the fence that's falling down. And because of all of these complications, I'm going to ask the board to enter an order to demolish. Now, Mr. Soto wishes to enter a rehab agreement, which is fine. However, because of the unique circumstances with this property and the ownership issues, there's a very good chance that we're going to end up moving forward, and probably he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do on the property. And so I have, in anticipation, prepared an order to that effect. Mr. Soto, if you wish to say something, please issues too?
No, I'm okay. And I'm going to fix it, everything with that city code.
Okay, so, Mr. Soto, we understand that you recently acquired this property, but it was previously cited for a lot of issues here that need to be repaired. So what I believe the board will consider today is whether or not to enter an order to demolish or rehab. So this means that it will move forward in the process. If it doesn't get demolished, or if it doesn't get repaired, then it will be demolished. You can enter into a rehab agreement with our inspections department, and they'll go over everything you need to do in order to bring the home back up to code so that it'll come off the demo list.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can sign the agreement.
So if you are interested in repairing it, it looks like it might be an extensive amount of work, and there are some legal issues involved with the ownership of the lot and being able to build on that other parcel without owning it. So I would recommend that you get with our inspections department as soon as possible and enter into that agreement to see exactly what needs to be done in order to move forward.
Yeah, I make it today.
Okay. Do I have a motion to enter the order?
A motion to enter the order.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to return back to the, thank you, sir. We're going to return back to the item C, correspondence received from Councilman Mark Kalwinski requesting $24,005.22 of gaming funds be allocated to fund change order number 1 to repair a sewer issue in the project with Walsh and Kelly. It's been signed by the mayor. Do I have a motion to approve the request?
Motion to approve the councilman's request.
All those in favor? Aye. Item D, correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty advising Sergeant Keith Markert and Corporal John Reardon are no longer performing the duties of a field training officer and will relinquish FTO specialty pay, the termination of Correctional Officer Michael Delnick, and disposal authorization submitted for approval.
I have a contract when I bought it at 2123 Sherman Street a long time ago, and suddenly I got a signature a couple of days ago. She was in a jail. So my property is like being on a place lease for knockdown.
Are you speaking about a property that was previously noted on the demolition list this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
2123
We'll go
Sherman
back.
Street.
We'll go back to item A. We had the bid opening.
2123 Sherman Street has been on the demolition list. It is my understanding BEP was interested in purchasing it to demolish through BEP program, but no one's been able to provide us with a deed for ownership. So if he has paperwork proving that he is the owner, then we can move forward. I don't know what your intentions are with the property.
That's a real estate contract. I bought it last year, but the lady was in a jail, so we cannot have a
You
signature.
have to record that with Crown Point, so you record it
That's,
over.
I got it, this one like 2 days ago, so I don't want to miss the court date today. They told me it's 20th, so that's what I bring it. It's no reported or anything else.
And that's why we're here having this hearing, going forward with the demolition. He's have the paperwork, he's had the paperwork, it hasn't been recorded, he's got it 2 days ago.
How long do we, I mean, realistically, before somebody gets out there and the bids are awarded and that?
We are not close. I suggest that he contact, or I'll have him, as soon as I get the paperwork recorded, that he's actually is the owner, not that I don't believe you. I get the paperwork and contact information, I give Nicole Bennett, and they can maybe work something out there. The house is in pretty bad shape. It's gonna be very expensive to rehab.
No, we're gonna knock it off. I got my own equipment, but I don't want somebody else do it, so I don't have
It's
that
going to
time.
be a little while, sir, so we just opened those bids today. It still has to go through the process of
Sure.
being awarded, and then it's got to be scheduled. So it's not going to happen before next Board of Works meeting. If you can go and get that recorded before next week, and then bring it back to us and show us proof of that, and then we'll be able to work with you. And it's not going to get knocked down before that.
Yeah, because those guys from whatever, J&W, whatever they call, just keep coming, forcing in the property, just putting the stickers every single day, and I saw the guys yesterday. No, but I saw the guy
I put the
yesterday.
sticker on the
No, I
house.
know, but somebody
I
else
put
from
the sticker on the house
J&W
to Make
was.
sure that someone would come here and say, you know, let them know that this process is going forward.
Yes, it's going down.
forward quickly.
And that's something we have to do, and especially if it's a property that's listed with the BEP program, there are extra hurdles that we have to jump over in order to get that property demolished. So you have a little time, but I recommend going in and getting that taken care of as soon as possible, bringing that back to us so that we can move forward and allow you to self-demolish.
Okay.
Okay.
And, her lawyer called the other day. That's how everything started up. And she was in a jail, actually. She was in a home arrest with a bracelet, whatever. And her brother as well was in a jail all the way down to Angola. So I just go to his lawyer the other day and said, we need to go, and no matter what. I'm going to lose a day, you're going to lose a day. So we drive all the way back to Angola jail. So they both sign it. And like I say, I don't want to miss today that
Well,
day. That's what I
if
come
you
up
can
with.
get that to us, the deed before next board meeting, you'll be all right.
What is the next
The
one?
next one is next Thursday, so I would recommend getting it in as soon as possible,
Oh, I'm going today. So.
okay?
Thanks a
And
lot.
then work with, Kelly gave you his card?
Pardon me?
You gave him your card?
We're good.
Work with Kelly on this, and we'll get it handled if you get that recorded.
How usually long take to be recorded and everything?
Okay.
You can do it the same day. We just gotta make sure you got all the paperwork.
We were on D with.
I'll go back to item D, and I believe I had,
Can I interrupt for just a second? I'm also one of the people who are on the demolition list to have the property.
okay, we're going back up to item A.
Yeah, I know, it's just.
Sir, it's okay.
My property is at 18 Elizabeth Street, and I've talked to the gentleman here a number of times about this. I'm sorry about not being able to get it repaired. You know, there was a small fire, you know, one room was damaged and another room had a little bit of water damage, but the rest of the building is in, you know, pretty good shape. It needs to be upgraded to code, I understand that. Part of the reason I haven't done this, and I have some medical issues that I'm trying to deal with, plus my car was, you know, all things that go on, and I'm the only one who can do it. But I've determined that, you know, in the best interest of the property, I have a number of people interested in buying it and, you know, fixing the small amount that needs to be repaired rather than demolish a property that's in good shape.
Sir,
So-
I'm going to stop you right there for a
Okay.
moment, because today we opened up the bids to demolish these properties. We
Exactly.
are not here for demolition hearings. That process has already taken place. The board has already established that this property needs to be on the list to be either demolished or repaired.
Right.
So that step has already occurred. All we did today was open up the bids to award the contracts in order to move forward with the demolition if the repairs have not been made.
Well, that's what I was trying to request. Can we put a delay on that, you know, for this particular property? I would like to, you know, like I say, just get it off my books and let someone else repair it, because I'm not physically in the, you know, capacity to do that right now. And that's all I'm asking is, and if I do, and I've had, you know, a number of offers, you know, that people are looking to buy the property.
They
So-
can buy that property, but it's still going to be on that demolition list because it still has those problems associated with it. So they
Well,
would have
I
to come
agree,
in
but,
front of
okay.
us and say,
What
I
I'm
want
trying to
to
do is
fix it
keep
up.
this from happening. Now, I don't want to have to go, you know, to court and try and I'm trying to do this in a friendly way just to get it done. Again, because here, I can give you this, my physician, he can do all these things. I'm not asking that, you know, it's not a property that I've owned, I'm not a flipper, I've lived in Hammond for 50 years, I've owned property in my family for almost 60 years.
I'm going to have to ask you to go back there just for the microphone. We just need it on the record, sir.
Just giving you, you know, the information. You know, I'm just trying to get this done, you know, with my own health not being what I would like it to be.
Is this not a situation or a conversation you could have had with Mr. Kearney?
I asked him if we could delay this, and he, you know, said, no, it's like he didn't want to have to start all over again. So that's why I had to come here, because I didn't know who else to see.
How close to someone buying the home?
Very close, you know,
How
people.
close?
Oh, I would say within the next 30 to 60 days.
It's not coming down in 30 days. I mean,
Well, I'm just saying that when I talk to people about buying it, though, when they see it's on a demolition list, they're worried, well, how much time do I have to repair it? That's why I was saying if we could just delay this for a short time. Yeah,
As the board knows, we don't stop the process. I explained that to Mr. Laka several
Yeah.
times now. I have a note in the system to say not to issue the permit, and in case the situation came up where the house was actually bought. Naturally, if someone's gonna buy it, they have to record it, get it in their name, and then come to us and to the rehab agreement. The house is not in any jeopardy of being torn down anytime soon, as I've explained to him several times. I have a note in the system that says not to issue the permit without my approval, which in that case, I will talk to Mr. Laka and say that, yeah, do you have a purchaser, is it recorded, are they coming in, are they gonna sign the rehab agreement?
I just mean that.
All the safety precautions are there.
Yeah, I just mean that when I'm putting it up for sale and the people say, oh, this is going to be demolished, you know, they don't understand the process. So it gives me a very difficult time to try and get the buyers in there when they think, oh, this could be, you know, all they know is it's on the demolished list. All I'm asking is like a 6-month, I'm not asking for,
let me clarify one
Okay.
other thing to you, sir. Again,
Sure.
it is on the order that is entered on these properties is to repair or
Right.
demolish.
well, that's why I'm here, because you said
But-
you bidded this out to be demolished today.
Right, because the repairs have not taken place. So
Well,
during the
I agree.
period was there ever a rehab agreement in place? There wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So, What's that?
It's gonna need to be inspected.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, I
and
mean, I
did go-
think you've heard Mr. Kearney state that there is a note in our system
Yeah.
that will not issue the permit to actually go out there and knock down the structure without him physically saying it's okay.
Okay. I'm just, like I say, I'm just here for.
30 days, 60
If there is
days, I
someone that is
mean,
interested in buying this property, and if I explained this to Mr. Lucko before, if they call me and say, hey, what's gonna have to happen, and what's the next step in this process, I would be glad to talk to anyone that is interested in saving this house.
Okay.
Okay, anyone that was interested in buying it, before they buy it or after, whatever they want to do, I will explain the situation to them. The process has been laid out, we are very familiar with it. Nothing's going to change that process. I will talk to anyone that's interested in buying the house.
realistically, Kelly, how many days do you think it's going to be? If there was not anything, any special circumstance here, how many days till it's out there and that's knocked down?
That depends on the contractor, who gets it, and how busy they
Not-
are. It's
not-
and
Not within 30 days?
Not within 30, probably not within 60.
Can we
See, that's a
issue
very-
a letter from the board stating that this property will not actually physically come down within 60 days so that he can give some time frame to a potential purchaser?
It's fine to me. Anybody that he talks to wants to buy it, I'll be glad to talk.
If I can have a letter for 6, that's all, because that way I can show the people that it's not coming down tomorrow. Because if it's on the demolition list, they don't know the city's rules.
But they
so-
need to understand that if they are purchasing that home, that doesn't mean it comes off the demo list. It means if they want to repair it, they need to come in front of us and enter into a rehab agreement in order to do it properly.
Okay, well,
Okay? It's still on the demolition list. We're just saying it's not getting knocked down for 60 days, so you have a little bit of time, and a bit of.
okay, can I ask, you know, and 60 days is a nice time. Can I ask that just that, let's see, this is September, October, November. Can I do this for 90 days so that they have a little extra time? Because,
No, sir.
again, I'm going
This
through
isn't
medical
a normal
things myself.
process. It's already gone through the hearing process. There's a
Yeah.
great amount of time that goes between the time you get notified that the property is going up for a hearing
Well,
and
see,
the
that
time
was-
that it comes before us today as a bid.
That was my problem. You know, I got like, when I got this notice that this was going to take place, I got like, instead of like 60 days, I got like, 10 days, and you got to show up here be on the demolition list. And then after I was here, I didn't realize that the process was going on. I thought we were on hold until I got the second letter that says, oh, yeah, now the property's, because, you know, I spoke to him and he says, oh, yeah, I'd like to come in and inspect it. And I said, okay, I came down to the office and I asked them, you know, how much, they said, no, it doesn't, no charge to be inspected. So I never got a letter from him that he was ready to inspect it. So that's why I never.
Okay, so
you
we're
know,
trying to
did
work with you here, sir. We
Yeah.
do not typically issue these letters to people. If we had every person who came in front of us
I
who
don't know.
said
That's what I
someone's
say.
gonna,
This
if
is my
somebody
first
says
time,
that
too.
they're gonna buy this house, we have no way of knowing that. It usually takes years before the property has been cited till it actually comes before us and gets actually knocked
Well,
down. So
and-
this has been a significant period of time.
If you were to come to the window and say, I need an inspection, you don't know what kind of inspection you want, they're going to say there's probably not going to be a charge.
Yeah, there's no charge for inspection.
Yeah. And I explained this to him also, the inspection is $150 for the building commissioner to come and do the demo inspection. Always has been.
I didn't say demo inspection. I just said inspection.
No, it's free,
Yeah.
not for a demo inspection.
My recommendation is that we make a motion to issue a letter stating this property is still on the demolition list. It will not be actually demolished within 60 days. If that time starts to get close to that period and you have a very serious buyer and you wish to come before this board to show us some evidence of that,
Okay.
then we will consider extending that time frame. But there needs to be some movement on this sewer. We can't just extend it randomly because potentially somebody might want it in 90 days.
Exactly. I begun, what action, if it gets close to that date, do I have to take? Do I have to have a lawyer come in because I don't know the procedures. I don't know what to do.
You need to
like,
keep
if
in
it's close to
contact with
60
our
days.
inspections department, let Mr. Kearney know the status of everything, and, there has to be some actual proof that somebody is
Oh,
moving
yeah.
forward
Well,
and
I've
getting
already,
close to purchase.
I've had people interested. You know, here. You want to see? This is the list of potential buyers. All these people calling me
Sir,
wanting to buy my property.
I'm going to
I know.
ask that you work with
That's what I
Mr.
got.
Kelly on that. We're going to get you that letter so that
Okay,
you can
include-
show it to the potential buyers, that they have a little bit of
One
time.
additional buyer is actually the person who lived there, the former mayor of this city, Dwayne Didelo, is one of my potential buyers. So I know these people are honest and are interested in doing it, so that's why
Well, I'm sure he's familiar with the process
I'm
then.
sure he is. That's what I
So,
said.
what-
Needle gave me a call, I returned his phone call, he's not called back.
Okay.
I'm more than prepared to speak with him about that.
Yeah.
So we'll help you. You got to stay in communication with our inspections
Okay,
department,
I'm just
okay?
here trying to, save the property, because if it was demolished, the lot would never be reused, and it would be both to the city and my disadvantage, so.
Well, we hope that it does get repaired. So
Okay.
what we will do, you won't get the letter today, but we'll issue.
Issue,
the
yeah, if I
date,
have that,
say
then I
within
can
the
show
60
it to
days.
potential buyers, and then I'll know what's going on, because that's why I'm here, is because it's on the demolition list. I don't know, if they're going to demolish it in 10 days or 30 days, so that's why I needed to show
Well,
up.
that will help you, I think, a little bit with the process,
Yeah,
okay?
I appreciate your time, thank you
Did
very
you,
much.
is this a copy for us, or is this something that you need back?
No, that, like I said, that was why, I was just trying to explain why it's taken me so long, is that, as I get older, I have the heat, it's been an extremely hot summer. The doctor says, stay out of the heat. It's hard for me to go do things that are over there that need to be done, as far as showing contractors what needs to be done when he says, no, stay home. So that's why things don't get done when it's 95 degrees out.
Well, you will have a letter from us in the next few days, okay?
Okay, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Do I have a motion to issue the letter?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And back to item D. We're just going to read that over again. It's correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty advising Sergeant Keith Markert and Corporal John Reardon are no longer performing the duties of field officer or field training officer and will relinquish FTO specialty pay, the termination of correctional officer Michael Delnick, and disposal authorization submitted for approval. Do we have a conflict with correctional officer? Are you okay on that termination?
Yeah, he was a deal, he never came to work.
Okay, but do you need to recuse yourself on this?
I don't think so.
No, because it's not an officer. Okay.
You want to, let's look at the disposals real quick here, and see what you guys got rid of. Oh, man, destroy, yeah. I'll make a motion to accept the police chief's request.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Item E, correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith requesting a Niederman exhaust system be removed from their asset list and requesting approval of the seniority required for promotion within the fire force. Do you need to on this one, or are you good?
Good.
Oh, seniority, okay. Can you? Is this changing?
Just this, right here. What's that, 11? You want to drop it to 10?
Okay.
That's all.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the chief's requests?
Motion to approve the fire chief's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item H, status hearing on property located at 7222 Jackson.
The board may remember this is a house that was, the potential homeowners were going to entered into a rehab agreement. The work they were doing was unsatisfactory. We have given them plenty of time to rehab this. We do have a licensed roofer that has pulled a permit, unfortunately, for the complete tear off and decking of the house, but they won't be able to start to October 24th. So we're getting into a season where it's going to get cold, weather's not going to be conducive. They have had an electrical contractor in to upgrade. Well, they did the service, they have not done the complete house yet, so. In the hopes of saving this house and continuing to keep a strong neighborhood strong, maybe November 8th or 15th, a continuance of status, and see where we're at that point, make sure the roof has been done.
Okay, do I have a motion to set over for status on November 15th?
Let's go to 15th.
I motion to set over for status on to November 15th.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item I, rental registration hearing on property located at 6006 through 08 Holman Avenue. Is the property owner present? Ian Atkin? Okay.
This is a 6-unit, registered previously, only owes for 2018. No issues as of recent. Few issues probably about 5-6 years ago, but nothing big.
No problems, you said? Nothing?
No.
All right, motion to waive the late fee, but the 6 units will need to be registered for 2018.
I second.
What's that?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're salty today. All right, item J, order to rescind orders to demolish property located at 7909 Belmont Avenue.
This is one of the good stories. It has been completely rehabbed by Chris Rhodes, general contractor, electrician, and HVAC contractor too now. So the house is up. It's a very good success story. It's ready to be sold. So we're going to rescind the demo order.
All right. Do I have a motion to rescind the order to demolish?
Motion is to rescind the order to demolish.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize Councilman Pete Torres in the audience today. Good morning. Item K, release of lien on property located at 1329 170th Street.
This property was on the demolition list. We released liens. There's going to be someone to come in and rehab. The liens were on the previous owner. It went through a bank, and now someone has purchased it, and rehab should start.
Okay. Do I have a motion
Is this what, rehab, or what?
to release the lien?
Motion is to release the lien on the property.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item L, correspondence received from HBK Engineering, Inc., requesting permission to install fiber optic cable at Dearborn Avenue and Brunswick Street, 129th Street and Sheffield Avenue and I-90.
Yeah, Mark.
And it looks like there's a recommendation that they need to coordinate with NIPSCO on this as well.
Yes, they will get the utility locates and so forth, but I did go through our plans and such, and there's not any issues with water, sewer, or any of our utilities.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the installation for fiber optic cable.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item M, correspondence received from the Hammond Port Authority requesting Sheffield Avenue, Sheffield Parkway from 129th Street to Calumet Avenue from 4 p.m. to midnight, September 21st and 22nd, 2018. Looks like they're requesting, is that to be closed? They're requesting something for concerts being held at the Wolf Lake Pavilion. Closed?
Yeah.
Temporary street closures. Okay. For our
Guessing it.
concerts on Friday and Saturday night this weekend. Do I have a motion to approve the Port Authority's requests?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And EMA is aware of this? Yes, Thank you. Item N, correspondence received from 3rd District Councilman Anthony Higgs requesting debris in the alley of 1100 block of Moore Street be picked up, debris in the alley located at 5625 Soul Avenue be picked up, and a fallen tree in the empty lot between the 1100 block of Cleveland Street and Tapper Avenue be removed.
The inspections department and code enforcement primarily have been advised of these through council letters also. I don't believe any address is specific. We've tried to find what the complaints are about, but we do not have the information we have. We're trying to find what he wants picked up, and it's simply not there. If the board would please send a letter being specific on address, location, possibly the 311 app, so we can see what he's talking about, we'd be glad to pick it up.
Excellent use of the 311 app.
Yes.
So,
Right.
Do we have a motion to notify the Councilman Higgs that we need more specific addresses in order to address his concerns?
So moved on that.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item O, correspondence received from 2nd District Councilman Pete Torres requesting the stop sign on the south end of the 5300 block of Old Columbia Road be removed and no entry sign be installed on the north end of Old Columbia Road, and 2 tall bushes on the north side parkway of the east end of the 1200 block of Indiana Street be cut.
Okay.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning. There's two items on this request here. The first one is a little strip of road that connects Sibley Street and State Street on the 1100, on the west end. I don't even know if that is called Old Columbia Road, but there's no signage on it. And a police officer thought that that's a one-way going north, but it also has a stop sign on both sides, north and south side. So anyway, it really needs to be checked, put the proper signage on it.
Councilman, what's the spot again? Because Old Columbia is down there by 175th.
Yeah, but on Columbia, between State and Sibley, just west of the Columbia overpass, there's a road that the Sibley people use to get on State Street, right at the east end of it. If you don't live there, you wouldn't notice it, unless you live in that area.
I know the road, but I don't think it's Old Columbia, but we can.
Yeah, it might not be Old Columbia. It doesn't have no signage on it, no kind of signs. So that just needs to be checked for and put the proper signs on it.
I'll check it and forward it to engineering if we need to or something.
Okay.
So on that particular one, Captain Long said he'll check it out and figure out what street you're talking about, and then we can forward it to engineering for a review on the signage. Okay.
Just to put the proper signs on it. So it's confusing because people sometimes go both ways on it. It's supposed to be a one-way north.
We will,
I mean, Councilman, does it run east or what? Does it run the street you're talking about?
The street is north and south.
North and south.
It connects, Sibley Street, of course, is east and west.
is that what he's talking about?
It's a unique road, this road, right? Where it goes.
Yeah, it connects Sibley and State. And if you can show it to them, it don't have no kind of signs on it.
Is it one way?
I'm sorry.
Is it one way?
It's showing a one-way.
It's supposed to be a one-way, but there's no
Okay.
signs.
To them then?
Okay, do we have a motion to forward that to the engineering department to go out and inspect and make a recommendation?
You want to do that first?
Okay.
Motion would be to send a councilman's request to the engineering department for further examination.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And then there's also the request here that you have
Yeah.
about some tall bushes near the
Okay,
1200 block
that
of Indiana
location
Street.
is Kent and Indiana. Indiana is, the 1200 block is a two-way. And I requested last board meeting for a four-way stop sign to be there. It's just a stop sign on the north and south. The school bus goes by there because the block on the north of it is Truman Street, is one way. So, and that's a pickup and drop off for Columbia school kids.
So Councilman, but today you're asking about having the bushes
Yeah,
trimmed back? Okay.
When you're going south on Kent Street, there's two bushes on a parkway that creates a blind spot
Okay.
for people, motorists looking right. And sometimes there's kids trying to cross and they just don't see them. So those bushes on the parkway should be removed.
Do I have a motion to refer this to Public Works to take a look at the bushes situation there?
Motion is to send this issue to Public Works.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Item P, correspondence received from A1 Suburban Plumbing, Inc., requesting permission to cut a section of sidewalk, parkway, and street to replace a damaged sewer line at 229 Doty Street. I don't-
Homeowner has a lateral line that cracked. They needed to repair it quickly. They're actually already working on it. This is just mainly for for record that they're working in our right of way.
Sewer knows about this, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay.
This is the private line that the homeowner owns.
Okay,
Is this just correspondence, or?
well,
They're already
it's
working.
requesting permission,
All right.
so we
Motion is
might as well
to
take action.
accept the request.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item Q, correspondence received from Morton High School, submitting an amended route for the previously approved homecoming parade. They are going to start at Harding Elementary School and continue to Morton High School.
Reverse it, that's all.
Okay. Do you need notification of that then still? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the amended route and forward to EMA for notification?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Item R, correspondence received from Clark Middle High School requesting permission to hold their homecoming parade on Thursday, September 27th, 2018, beginning at 6 p.m. with route. Okay.
Parades.
Parade route?
Oh,
I didn't read it.
22nd to Davis.
It sounds like the same one, Donnie. Well, I tell you, yeah, 119th to Brown to 116th, yeah.
Do I have a motion to approve the parade route and refer to EMA for review?
Motion is to approve the parade route and submit to EMA.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item S, correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. October 18th.
Motion is to set these requests for rental registration over to October 18th.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Report of contract final inspection and recommendation for acceptance of the Marquette Greenway Lakefront Park to State Line, DES number 1382659.
This is actually on our bike trail project up north by State Line, by the lakefront. It's just a form that has to be filled out and submitted to NDOT for the closeout of the project.
Microphone. Microphone.
So I would recommend approval, thank you.
Okay, so this is a form that needs to be submitted for the NDOT, and closing the project has been a pre-final inspection performed by our city engineer as well as Mylan Krasinski. So do I have a motion to approve?
Motion is to approve.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I almost did that last one, too. Item U, garage sale permit submitted for approval. I was thinking how it was pulling us in that one day.
Finally, you gave me more than you.
By design.
They're good.
All right, the motion is to accept the garage sale permits.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, matters from other board members. I do have one matter today. It is a request from the 5th District Councilman requesting to transfer $50,000 from his gaming funds to the park fund to be used for park improvements and tree removal and trimming in the 5th District. I did speak to Councilman Warple about this yesterday. This request has not yet been signed by the mayor, but due to the timing of the tree removal and trimming, he requested that the board take up this matter and consider approving it subject to the mayor's review and ultimate approval.
And I would make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Do we have any other matters from other board members?
I do have one here. It's an agreement to rehabilitate property located at 19 Waltham Street. I would motion that we approve the rehab agreement.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other matters?
No.
Okay, item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives. Any new business? Old business? The meeting is open to the public. If any wishes to, come on up, sir.
I'm Russ Gillen from Artisan Restoration, and I am presently working on 7212 Southeastern. I had an issue with the windows, and I was not happy with them. We went down. We took a job on in Griffith, got caught with a boatload of change orders that kind of put us behind. This house is presently on the demo list, so I am here requesting an extension, please. I spoke to Kelly last week on behalf of this. I don't know if this came to light last week. I wasn't able to make I was out of town. I did not make the last meeting, so I am requesting a small extension so we could get the windows in. There's an entry door. Most of the things have been taken care of already, meaning the electric was upgraded, whole new deck and roof, garage was taken care of, etc. So,
Do we have a rehab agreement on this one?
Pardon me?
Do we have a rehab agreement on this one?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
We need to extend that. How long do you think you need?
Saying 30 days would be okay. No
Okay.
more than 45, but I think 30 would do it.
Let's put it down for 45, and we'll check it at that point. I think he's proven rehab. He's perfectly capable.
Okay. Do I have a motion to extend the rehab agreement for 45 days?
The motion is to extend the rehab agreement for 45 days.
And I second.
All those in favor?
For 40.
Aye.
I want, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Any other one from the public wishing to speak today? If not, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I would like to thank those of you here for joining our milieu today, and I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you like that?